Hi, Marissa. It's so nice to meet you.
Hi, it's so nice to meet you as well.
So I went to Stuyvesant High School and you were a teacher there. We both live in New York City, and there's obviously a lot of discussion about what's happening with the school year. How do you feel about going back to school?
I mean, it's a really mixed bag. We're teachers and we want to be with our kids. And that's the best part of my job is the 40 minutes that I'm in a classroom and I'm interacting with my class. And at the same time, it's slightly terrifying because we've worked so hard in the last 5 months in New York City to get our numbers where they are. And we're all really scared that if we don't do this well, and if it isn't planned well, then we're just going to have wasted everything that we've done. And it's really hard for us as teachers to be we aren't ready to come back. We don't know if it's safe. So many of my students in particular live in multi-generational homes. They're terrified to come to school and then go home and possibly get somebody in their household sick.
I totally understand that. I live with my mother and my son, so it's a multi-generational household as well. And these are all things to consider because you don't want to transmit anything. You don't want anyone to get ill.
The greater the body count, the number of people in the building, the higher the transmission rate can be.
Tell me about the joy that you feel connecting to students, whether it's in classroom or online.
I don't think I can explain it. It's just walking down the hallways and seeing kids you haven't seen in 3 years and just catching up on what they've been doing, or watching a student struggle trying to get a concept, and that moment when they figure it out and they are just a pure joy runs through their body that they figured this out, and then watching them try to help somebody else.
From a New Yorker and from a citizen, I want to say thank you. It's a time where you have really shown how significant and how important you are.
My job as an essential worker is to teach the children of New York City. And whether we do that remotely or in the building, we are all prepared to do that the very first moment that they let us talk to our kids. Hopefully on the 16th.
Given the circumstances, it seems like you have the energy and the hope to connect regardless of whether you're in the classroom or not. And that is what makes you such a force of nature, frankly.
I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to do everything I can to get my classroom ready for when my kids come, to make it as enjoyable and exciting and educational an experience as possible. When 1.1 million students around the city log on to the internet simultaneously on the 16th at 9 a.m.
It's going to be a learning curve.
I've been with Chicago Transit